Guess who's back, 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 back again. Good, much. Alright, should be fine. Streaming chat. Oh. Yeah. Alrighty. Cool. Open that little. Cool. Alright. I figure I need to get into ye olde Classic. Especially if I want to get certain things in the future, so I want to do a little bit of playing of that. Let's just fix this real quick. That's the top. There we go. All right. Either way. Oh, sweet. Person's already taking care of that. Oh, you jerk. Come on now, get over here. There you go. Thank you. All right. Oh, the amount of time that I spent on this beach in good old vanilla. Sea creature bones. What are we doing? Oh, tide crawlers. Come here, little crawler. Come to me. We gotta go classic. At some point, right? Gotta mix it up. And also I need, in the future I'm gonna need classic footage anyways. Or there's at least footage from classic that is good to have anyways, you know? But how's it going, Orc? Hope your day... hope you're doing well. Hopefully the day or night is treating you good. So we need... Oh, seriously, I haven't gotten a single leg? Other than the one? Oh, that's really bad drop rates. My god. One thing I remember about Classic is that... Oh, the drop rates. Oh, the crappy drop rates. What's going on, Namara? How many characters have we leveled so far? In Classic, I mean, I leveled one of my characters up to level 70, 72 or something like that. But he's on the Cataclysm side. On Classic, I haven't leveled any characters. Not to max, at least. Since I never played Classic, I have no attachments to it whatsoever. Valid. Same opinion on Vanilla Samicus. Don't play it because it doesn't really lead anywhere. The past version of the game. That's a valid reason. I don't have quite as much attachment to Classic as I would like Burning Crusade. Burning Crusade I have plenty of attachment to. So much attachment. But in my case, the main reason why I want to level up a character is just for the simple fact of I'll probably need footage from it at some point or another. Because there's certain things in Classic that happened that you can't get in retail anymore. And certain quest lines that got changed and moved around. Like the Stalvin Mistmantle. I think it's Mistmantle's his last name. Quest line. Which is a pretty popular one that people like to talk about with just kind of how big of a left turn it took. And it takes you all around the continent and stuff, so it's one of the more well-known quests from back in Classic that people really liked. But they changed it in Cataclysm due to the Cataclysm. So I want to be able to go back and do the past quests of things or get zones that haven't been changed by anything. So if I want to get footage of that, I can. And I figure with a Paladin, at the very least, I can survive a bit, go a bit more tanky. So, and you get a free mount. So, that's a big one. Come on. Come on. There you go. Heck yeah. Frickin', oh, Redoubt? Hell yeah. That's how you do it. And that crap pop left and right. Buzzer box? Buzzer box. Find a corrupt Furbolg camp. The way I see Classic is just hanging in the past, which is understandable. Life goes on. Oh yeah. Some people, that's their favorite way. They just love that version of the game. Similar to Minecraft, where people just, you know, want to play a certain version of the game and don't care to update even though the game's... I think the big debacle for Minecraft for a long time was version 1.9 had a combat update and a lot of people didn't care for it. So some people just never updated their worlds past 1.8, even though now they're in update 1.22, I believe. Come by other players so far, or is it lonely leveling? I haven't really... I've seen a couple players, but I've always been more of a solo player myself. I'll eventually have to group with some people, whether it be for doing a dungeon if I really feel like it or something, but 9 times out of 10 I just enjoy leveling solo. That's just kind of what I've gotten used to. Get rid of you. Sometimes you can get a nice pearl in here. Hey, like that. I don't think it sells for much, but hey, it's something. I think this will be better than what I have. Oh, wow, really? I have a green. Oh, I have a green. Forgot that. Oh, I just need to find the camp. Okay. Yeah, I think I've seen a few people running by. Good job with the channel, by the way. Thanks for the content. No problem. I'm just glad people enjoy it. Genuinely never thought that my channel would really go past, honestly, anything. I figured with all the other WoW channels that are out there, mine would be kind of left in the dust kind of a deal. So I'm eternally grateful for anyone who enjoys my stuff and engages with it. Come on. Don't pull more. Oh, you jerk. You were down to like 1 health. Rude. Thankfully, I was wrong. What was I wrong about? I have such a crap memory, I forget what I said within like 5 minutes, I swear. I'm wrong about, oh, about the channel. Gotcha. Yeah, I've never been happier to be wrong. I have never been happier to be wrong about that. It still blows my mind. It's got about 300 more subscribers to go to hit the magic 10K, which is just absurd to think about. Because like I said, I mean, I had another channel that got to about 1,600? 1,500? I think it's 15 or 1,600, but that channel was literally just my music video edits, which I love doing. I think it's fun. But the problem is the simple fact that, well, I can never profit from it. There we go. Cool. I could never actually make money from it, but I knew that going in, so it was never some big surprise or anything like that. And then I tried a whole bunch of other channels when I started, because it was just before the requirements for monetization shifted over. And basically, on my main channel that I had at the time, I posted a couple gaming things because I figured why not? I was bored. And I got, I think, up to like $1. Pretty crazy, I know. And I thought that was pretty cool. But after that, I never really tried much and tried a handful of other things here and there. But yeah, I never thought I would get to that point to where I could actually see doing YouTube as some sort of, whether it be a part-time job or even possibly a full-time thing at some point. It's pretty crazy. Oh, I need to log into this, that's why. But yeah, I can never say thank you enough to everyone who's engaged with the content, hung out in live streams, chatted, shared it. I very much avoid looking for my looking online for my stuff, like seeing what someone may or may not have said. Airbot. Oh, yeah, sure. There we go. Okay. I had to fix something with my bot that my buddy helped me set up. Thing with channels is that if your channel is super successful, you're basically enslaved to it. You can never really stop doing content, or else it will start to wither away. Yeah, I mean, it depends on the content and the channel. Like, I've seen content where it's where someone will go away for 6 months sometimes, and they'll come back and they'll have maybe a small dip in the viewers on their video, but really it's end of the day, it doesn't really affect them in the long run. They gain the viewers back, so it's not a huge deal. But again, it just all depends on give me a okay. Yeah. Wait, don't I drop you off? do. Sure. But, I mean, I've been pretty fortunate in the fact that my views haven't really changed a whole lot. I had one really good month where I got, I mean, I think I made $1,500 in a single month, which was astronomical to me. But other than that, my views have pretty much steadied out.
Greetings. Be careful. Next to me.
Fun of the forest. There we go. I was like, I don't want to bring. Oh, okay? The bear died. All right, I guess I wouldn't have felt too bad about bringing him with me in the water then, because he would have drowned. In reality. And some streamers or channels who have relatively big ones sometimes start to complain about their feelings, etc., but no one gives a shit about their feelings because they don't consider it the job. Yeah, I mean, there's a limit. It's fine to be a little frustrated, but at the end of the day, if you're privileged enough to be able to do YouTube as a full-time thing, yeah, definitely don't be trying to complain about how hard it is or how blah-de-blah. Because, I mean, end of the day, 98% of the people aren't going to give a crap. And really, it might be mentally stressful at times, but I would rather do what I'm doing right now than go into work any day of the week. So, but soon I'll be having to go back to work and split my time. Yeah, people that think that it's like not a real job, they don't really get the full extent of it, really. There are some people who have it way too easy and they can do basically nothing and they'll make money, so it really, like, but that's the very small percentage. I mean, someone called my stuff AI slop, which I thought was kind of funny, but at the end of the day, it's like there's more that goes into my stuff than what some people may think and how long it'll take me to do a video, depending on, you know, what I'm talking about or how I'm doing it. But end of the day, it's still a job. But obviously, if someone is that stressed and mentally just screwed over by it, they should very much be talking to someone, probably not the audience, like therapist, family member, someone qualified. Because one thing I've learned from seeing other people kind of crash out on live streams here and there and videos done about them is don't use your audience as a therapist. That's one of the biggest things. It's a good rule of life, that's for sure. But I actually got approached. I got an email about doing an affiliate link, so that was kind of cool. I understand the community creator doing all the content and stuff, but in reality, nobody gives a shit about how you are burned out because a lot of people have it much harder than the creator. Oh, absolutely. Like, at the end of the day, the creator's feelings aren't invalid. However, there's a time and a place to complain about it, and there's also people that you should be talking about it to. That's the thing. I can understand kind of, I guess, passively saying that, you know, you're frustrated with certain things or whatever, but don't go on a full tirade. I mean, talk to a therapist, talk to a family friend, family member, whatever, but you gotta take care of you before you can do anything. That's like the number one thing. Take care of yourself. Oh yeah, no, I agree. Biggest mistake content creator can make. Yeah, I mean, if they really want to complain to someone who will understand and can kind of go back and forth on, oh, I totally get that, yeah, I do the same. Either another content creator or someone in a similar business, like, you know, maybe a freelance editor, freelance writer, freelance stuff like that, or someone in the, you know, more entertainment industry kind of a deal. But 90% of people, they're not going to really get it, and they're not going to understand, because a lot of times I think people have the connotation of like the big streamers who quote unquote react to stuff on stream or do stuff on stream, like just watch a show or something, and they get paid millions because thousands of people are watching them. And it's like, for the most part, it's not like that. Like there's a lot that goes on to it. Oh yeah, viewers won't give a shit how you feel about how hard it is doing content. Absolutely. And I mean, I think the funny thing is there was one creator I watched occasionally when I was getting into the Injustice fighting game, and the thing that bugged me about him was, seemed like a cool guy, but one of my pet peeves with creators is when like a gaming creator or whatever will start kind of begging for likes and say, oh man, I worked super hard on this, took so long to do this and that, and you're watching it, it's just like, you did very little work. Like, even in editing terms, you did very little work. And I still remember this video. It was for Injustice, the fighting game, so the only editing he had to do was to quite literally just cut the downtime between his online matches. That's it. And it's like, even in editing terms, that's in no way hard work at all. The zero. And that was always one of my biggest things. Or just creators kind of really begging for that thumbs up on a video when they mention it like 3 times. Where the heck are these threshers? Jesus, man. I do remember this quest being super annoying because they wouldn't spawn fast enough. Oh yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying. And I mean, like I said, at the end of the day, there is a time and a place to do it, but 9 times out of 10, going on a full complaint spree to your audience is not going to help. Maybe it'll make you feel a little better, but it's not gonna solve anything. You have to talk to someone who can actually help you, whether it's a family member who can truly try to understand more and who cares more about you as a person compared to your content, since they may not even give a shit about your content. They're like, we just want to care about you. We just care about you, is what I mean to say. But yeah, I never understood that. For me, my stuff, I just want people to enjoy it and hopefully make their day a little better. The stuff going on in my life is very minimal as far as concerns. Seen some big channels starting to cry about how difficult doing content is. Then they get they get a ton of shit for that, because you make more money than your viewers. Well, it's not even like, I definitely agree with that. I don't even think it's about the money, it's just like the gratefulness. I think the biggest the best example that I've seen in recent years was Boogie2988, who was like one of the, I guess, OG YouTubers. I never heard of the guy until probably a few years ago when a lot of drama around him was popping up. But yeah, he started using his he was basically using his audience as a therapist, which is not smart. And there's a bunch of others who do the same thing, but I mean, then there's other creators where, so there was one creator that I saw a video of where they turned, huge mistake on his side. Oh, he made many mistakes. That was just kind of the most prominent one outside of just his personality that eventually kind of came to the surface. Really didn't seem to be that great for the public. Originally he had like the Mr. Rogers kind of not mindset, but reputation, like the Mr. Rogers of YouTube, and then over time the cracks started to show and yada yada yada. But there's certain times when I'm watching a video about, like, sometimes it's downfalls of videos or people make videos on how much their channel is made and stuff, and interesting to see for sure. And there was one that I saw about a guy who, maybe it's just because I'm older, and this guy was in his like late teens, early 20s when he was making buco bucks, but it was something like an 800,000 subscriber channel, and he was completely broke. And he started to talk about how much like his views in an entire year, which is I think 8 million, I believe. And I was doing the math, and I'm just going, how do you spend that much money? Like, and then he started talking about like he bought us 3 houses, extra cars, all this other stuff, and I'm just going, I could not do it. Absolutely could not. Oh, actually, that's probably worse, isn't it? Yeah. Gives me intellect, but I lose armor. But I guess the intellect makes up for it. I believe it, since I do kind of need mana, and it's not a huge deal right now. But it's just interesting seeing stuff like that when I'm just thinking, my God, if I even got remotely close to that, I would be completely debt free. It'd be great. I wouldn't have to worry about a whole lot. But thankfully the guy learned his lesson and he's evened out now. Yeah. The people seem to not mind hearing about it, since it was like him fixing it and like how the trend of why he went straight down the crapper. But yeah, end of the day, most people don't care to hear about how much someone is making or how much blah blah blah. Although I have noticed that those videos where creators talk about how much they've made each month seem to do pretty well, but mostly from smaller creators who finally got monetized and want to kind of, okay, this is how you have a bit over 1 million views in total on YouTube. Yeah, I just crossed that threshold a couple months ago, I think. Kind of crazy. Now, if I could get that in like a month, that'd be cool. That would help. But I will say, I do enjoy, so far it's been pretty steady. It's absurd, dude. Like I said, I can never thank people enough for the feedback on the channel, the help that people have given me, soon it'll be 10 million, dear God. I cannot imagine. 1000% cannot imagine. Like right now, I started out with very small goals on the channel. I don't want to get, I don't mean to get too personal or whatever, but when I first started, it was very much, talk to Dolman. Oh. Need more bag space. In Classic, you always need more bag space. That's not even a debate. But when I first started the channel in general, my first goal was, okay, I want to get 10 views per video. And I kept doing these kind of smaller, very small goals. Oh yeah, 1 million views is just absurd. Especially considering like where I started and how it all kind of worked out. It's daunting, honestly. to just think of, so I don't accept that, okay.
The stars.
Just everything. Like, it's crazy to me to think of videos that I made almost a year ago still getting views today. Like, my most popular video is the 3 hours of old Azeroth lore, which goes over the Titans, the Old Gods, and the Keepers. Which, again, if there's one that I never thought I would... If there's one that I didn't think would actually, like, become my top video, it's definitely that one. Failed... Oh yeah, failed attempts. But apparently, I've noticed people seem to enjoy the older lore for WoW a bit more. Which makes sense. I mean, the older lore is a lot more put together, I feel. I think it was more planned out than some of the later lore. But also you have that nostalgia factor that some people grew up with, like me. Yeah, because the videos are circulating YouTube, suggest them to... Oh yeah. It's just... It's certain things I never thought would really happen to have that evergreen content kind of a deal. Like, I knew to have it. Like, I knew that's the best way to stay consistent on YouTube and kind of keep more consistent views on the channel, where preferably you're not stressing over, you know, oh god, I gotta work on the next video, I gotta work on the next video. However, I still do that because I put the pressure on myself. That's the big thing. And because if there's one thing right now, I don't feel like, I'm sure my core audience will, you know, kind of check back periodically for a new video and all of that, which is fantastic. For me, it's one of those things of, I want to try and keep a video going out once a week, just to appease the YouTube gods, the algorithm, but on top of that, for my own kind of, it's not like pride or anything like that, it's just diligence? I feel like there's a word I'm looking for, but nothing quite seems right in my head. But, oh god, this quest sucks. I remember this. There's one thing I remember. YouTube old gods. Yes, exactly. The old gods of YouTube smile down on me. And, yeah, I mean, you can watch all the, like, YouTube tips and tricks and all that crap, and the big thing that... It's really funny to me, because I've said it before, but I hate worrying about or overanalyzing. So, like, staring at the analytics, looking at the average view duration, the click-through rate, okay, how can I design this, how can I do blah 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 blah. I hate thinking about that. It's annoying, and end of the day, I'm good. So for me, it's one of those where I just want to make the videos I want to make, and hopefully people will watch them, and that's kind of been my go-to strategy, barring the occasional, like, all right, well, for this, let's kind of aim towards, like, right now we're doing Pandaria, since we have Pandaria Classic coming out. Oh, okay, cool. It kind of makes sense to aim towards that, maybe update a thumbnail or two, but I try not to, like, stress over the content and stuff, because there's one thing I'm not going to run out of. It's content ideas. Whether, you know, the community gives me different ideas that they want to see covered, or I think of, ooh, I want to do this, or whatever. There's so much lore within YouTube, wow. Within WoW, that it's, I really have no worries about running out of content. It's just a matter of if people will stick around to see it. And if they'll stick around enough for me to... Yeah. And I mean, if they'll actually stick around long enough for me to do it for the long term. I would love to be able to keep doing this. Oh, this is gonna suck so much. So where the hell am I going? I remember this quest, but I can't remember exactly where the hell the thing is. But yeah, I mean, the romance novels. Oh god, that'd be hilarious. No one wants to hear me read steamy romance novels. That would just... That would make too many people run away. Oh crap, I went to the wrong end of the ship. Oh, I'm so dead. Can I? Nope, I'm dead. Oh, so close. I should do that to build my views. I mean, I'm honestly surprised you haven't done any more lore videos at least. Seems like something to be right up your alley with your knowledge of the game and your eidetic memory, which I'm super jealous of. Old god YouTube. uh yeah. I do remember willpower to make oh, that is true. You have the ability, just not the care to do it. I can understand that. Okay, if I can... Oh, if I can spawn in before... Oh, this is gonna suck. Oh, never mind. Could be just okay. Bollocks. Let's get that. Sure. Alright, now we run. Well, swim. Oh, balls, I have to go through this a second time? I forgot there was 2. Rude. I do think my kind of goal at some point would be to be sponsored by Blizzard. I think that'd be kind of cool. And that's one thing I was kind of mulling about is if I do get sponsors in the future, I feel like to make sure the video doesn't feel interrupted, I would have to put them like at the very beginning of the video. That way the video isn't interrupted by me doing a sponsor read. I don't see me getting any sponsors thrown at me anytime soon, but that's something I was kind of mucking about in the old noodle. Probably should have looked at a underwater breathing potion. Oh, right there. Alright, sure. You hang out there. That's a weapon crate, never mind. Why are you running? I just want to, I don't know, hug you or something. Oh, bloody hell. Besa. Oh, we're gonna need to do praying. Gonna need to do some praying. Come on. Hit the surface. Hit the surface. Oh, come on. We're right there. We're right there. Holy balls. Oh, that was close. YouTube, the algorithm that hungers, the watcher without pause, curator of the infinite scroll, patron of unblinking eyes. Whisperer within the bandwidth. The viral mind. Harbinger of monetized misery. Yeah, pretty much. Those are all pretty goddamn dead on. Eh. Oh, I'd love to visit Europe. One of my goals in the future would be to be able to travel, which is one reason why I really want to try to get YouTube to a point to where I can do it full-time or have like a part-time job that helps with the extra bit but have the majority come from YouTube. Because one thing I've always wanted to do is do a road trip around the States. But if I could actually get to the point of could make enough to travel to Europe, that'd be awesome. My mom and sister went to visit Europe. Well, Ireland. Ireland and... was it in Europe as well? They did a whole like tour around. I don't remember all the places. I know they went to Ireland. Was the big one they visited. And my mom went to England for a trip. But no, that's definitely one of my big goals. I have a lot of kind of a plethora of goals, and that is definitely one. I just want to be able to travel more. Because right now, paycheck to just before paycheck, it kind of gets old. So if I can somehow get it to where I'm not having to worry that much about stuff and I can just make content, do a part-time job, and travel more, please, yes please. Alright, I guess we're getting... great. Oh, this is gonna go very badly. Pro tip, don't visit mainstream places. Most people from US, first choice, Britain, London, but it is a shithole. Super expensive, just not worth it at all. That would make sense. I will definitely take that into consideration. Stupid runners. I mean, if one day I can actually get to that point to where I can say, you know what, I can travel to wherever, that will be a massive bucket list thing ticked off. Alright, let's see if we can do this without the whole, you know, herd muncher running away. Spent the whole day putting pronunciations on the Warcraft wiki. So many. That does not shock me in the least, Elise. Does not shock me in the least. It is appreciated, though. It is very appreciated. Rather go to, let's say, Greece, for example, is an awesome place, delicious food, beautiful nature, and scenery, not super expensive. Good to know. I will definitely consider that if I'm able to get to that point. Been doing horror visional. I have not done any horror. Well, I tried to do the horrific vision once, but it didn't go well. It didn't go well at all. My friend recommended I watch a video before I actually do it, and I think I'm gonna have to take her up on that. Because, well, it's probably the smart thing to do. Bloody hell. You have to get like right up in this thing. I'm not really sure I care to do much of the horrific visions, because other than maybe to get some footage for some stuff, it's not really a huge thing I care too much about. And the... oh, bloody hell. I haven't even tried to actually do it. I've seen, like, Blizz talk about it, but I haven't actually done anything with it. Seems cool, though. Poland is also a hidden gem, beautiful nature and culture. I will definitely look into those. Sadly, for a while, I don't really have any ability to go and travel, but I say it's very much on my desperately want to do list. First thing I really want to do is travel across the states and go for just a big old road trip. Okay, we need that. Don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Oh. Don't go to LA right now. Yeah, no worries about that. It's gonna be a while before I can ever remotely seriously consider traveling. Yeah, but just in case. Oh, it's appreciated. Trust me. If the day comes when I can actually travel to Europe, I will definitely be asking for recommendations. Paris is super overrated. There's some place I wanted to check out just because, I mean, I'd never been. Like a day or something there would be kind of cool. I always hated these things. Although humanoids in general, they always run when they get to a certain percentage of health. Oh joy, you gotta love the riots. I pretty much avoid any sort of news, so I don't really know what's going on in the world. Outside of the occasional thing I see on Twitter or something. But even then, I really don't. I'm on the site for maybe 5 minutes. I post the one thing I'm posting on there, and then I hop off. At one point in 2018, I believe. I think it was 2018 or 17. I went on I got a job in North Dakota, and I drove there from Washington State. And needless to say, it didn't go well. The trip out there was not the most fun. I have stories to tell my nephews and niece in case they decide to do something similar, but I'd like to do a trip like that and not have the car trouble and the, you know, emotional breakdown and having to buy a new car. I'd like to avoid all that if I can. That'd be great. There's some states I never visited, but I would like to. Just for either sheer, I never been there, so I want to check it out, or it seems like a cool place to visit at least once. One would be Tennessee. Kind of cool to walk around the, like, country music capital kind of a deal. Don't know if that's what it's like actually advertised as, but I know that's what you always hear the singers go to try to make it big, is to travel to Tennessee. Wouldn't mind visiting Alaska. I don't exactly know what's up there, but I think it'd be kind of cool to check out. Let's get rid of cooking. Let's get rid of that. Kind of funny that a lot of people in the US have no idea about other places in the world. I mean, to be fair, I don't have a whole lot of idea, but a lot of that is I don't really care to worry or look up stuff I can't really do anything about right now. Ooh, and I want to visit Australia. One of my friends lives down there, and I would love to go and visit her. I met her on WoW, and I was like, that is one place I very much want to travel to. And the cool thing is, if I can get YouTube to work with me a bit more, I can actually work from down there and stay a bit longer to hang out with her. It'd be awesome. My stepdad was in New York, and he told people that he was from Finland, and people thought he's living in frozen wasteland and igloos and hunting ice bears. Yeah, that's definitely not Finland. At least not like... I don't even know how that would be the first thought. Yeah, you're not wrong, Meta. Hope your day's going well, Meta. Which is not the case in the slightest. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, for me, I mean, I wouldn't outright, like, assume that it's one way or the other. I would ask what it's like. But I really don't think about much outside of my day-to-day, just trying to get by. So it wouldn't be something that's on my mind. Got an edit war with someone who thought High Priestess Lorena didn't need a pronunciation guide, and I'm betting the second you read that aloud will prove my point why it was needed. Probably. I would guess Lorena or Lorena. Unless it's some really weird-ass name. Or pronunciation, I should say. Oh, no, you don't. Lorena? Eh. That was close. I got lore. That's like half of it. So, I mean, 50% is solid. Oh, duh, I'm already... Grell. Mostly spruce forest there. Nice. Yeah, I would definitely love to visit more places in the future, but money. Money is a big thing. Unless I plan to actually travel to somewhere, I won't really look up how a place looks unless I'm just that curious, but I'm usually not. As I say, my day-to-day is distracted by working on a video, stressing about money, that kind of thing. The usual fun. Norway's a bit expensive. There's like straight out of Viking sages or sagas. I think a friend of mine lived in Norway, I think. I can't remember. I haven't talked to her in a minute. Get rid of that. Only problem with Zygor is that it seems to favor the stats over armor. If I was going for Holy Pally, then yeah, I would definitely say intellect all the way. But if you're going for Prot, you got to kind of balance out. Because you still need intellect, but I would definitely say you gotta get, or you need intellect, but you should get more strength and stamina. Austria and Switzerland have those places which look like heavens on earth. There's a number of places that, like, I just want to visit just because, whether it just looks freaking gorgeous or, you know, I've heard about it or seen it in a movie and it looked like a cool place to go or something. I mean, when I went to Vegas one time with my mom, the only reason why I went into a certain casino was because I'd seen that casino in Ocean's 11. And I was like, I want to see what's inside. Not worth it. Mostly because we were already tired from everything else we had done to do that day, and we just wanted to go back to the hotel. And we got lost inside the damn hotel. It was a long day. Spain's a nice country, but it's become a tourist hell. That wouldn't surprise me if that's more often the case in a number of places. I mean, you have those nuisance streamers and crap popping up everywhere that keep going to, like, East Asia countries. Wouldn't shock me if one day they try and pop up in others. Just gotta get that sweet, sweet content. Oh, you do both of those, okay. I thought you would do something down here. Figured you would get improved Hammer of Justice. Righteous, oh yeah. I guess that would make sense. For leveling, I think that this might be better, but I'll take it. I'm not too worried. I don't see me tanking anything major anytime soon. Yeah, get rid of that. Level of disrespect some content creators have in some of the countries insane. I mean, I wish I could say I was surprised. I need to do 8 Mask Org this week, and I'll have the Mad title. Very nice. And I have a character named Angry Bookmark that I'll level during Legion Remix, Angry the Mad. I love it. It's beautiful. That's the kind of pre-planning I like. See, I don't think that far ahead. Has there been any word on Legion Remix? Or is that still, like, it's been announced, but nothing concrete as far as days go? Not yet, okay. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Orc. I could never do it either. I'll never understand. But sadly, it seems like whether it's just the younger generation or some people just have that weird desire for the clout chasing. Couldn't tell you. Never understood it. Never will. Not yet. Maybe once 11.2 drops. I feel like it would come out around the same time as like Pandaria Classic. That's what I feel like that would be the time and place to drop it, you know? But I guess they may not want to overshadow one with the other. Which would also make sense. Mob Classic. Oh, yeah. Oh, we need the satyrs now. No, I figured that maybe they would do it, you know, with it being new content and stuff, but at the same time, I have a strong feeling that they wouldn't do that because it would be competing content. And no one really wants to have their own products compete with one another. At least I know I wouldn't. So I would guess it's probably going to be... a few months after Pandaria Classic. I think I told you about this, but for me it wasn't saying that people in the US couldn't name their neighboring countries, which is only like 2, really. Yeah, you told me about that. Canada and Mexico. Satyrs. We need the satyrs. Almost level 18, then we'll move on to the next part of the guide. The annoying part is that the sprites outnumber the satyrs like 3-1. Or 3 if you want to be specific. Almost attached to Alaska, but not attached to Alaska. So I would definitely say 2 neighbors. If I can't walk there on solid land. Although there's a bridge connecting it. Which I don't think there is. Don't need that. This one? Yes. Small islands. Yeah, but like I said, it's... very little surprises me nowadays after my time in customer service. It really takes a lot for me to be genuinely surprised by someone's stupidity or actions, really. Once you have to explain to someone why you have to turn off their water to hook up a water line, I pretty much lost most hope for the general population. Among other examples of just specialness, where you have to question how they put their pants on in the morning, because I was pretty sure they would just wear it as a hat and be like, why are my legs cold? Because there's been a number of customers that I delivered to where I couldn't understand how they even put their pants on without getting confused by the intricacy of it. I had one guy... So I did deliveries for Lowe's for a number of years, and we got a call saying that we screwed up a delivery, blah, 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 blah. Not the first time we've done it, but 95% of the time, it's not our fault. The customer usually did something, or there was a miscommunication and whatever. Either way, the wife called us, bitched at us, said that, you know, we screwed it up. It's our fault. We got to replace it. To be honest, that level of stupidity is not common here, or this weird mindset. I just assume the worst. Makes it easier. That way there's no real shock to me anymore. But, so wife called me or called the store and complained, and we got, all right, we're gonna go out the next day and replace their freezer. Great. So they told us that it wasn't working, which is fine. It could have just been a faulty freezer, like it happens. We get there and I'm unpacking the thing in the back, and the driver goes to talk to the customer, and he comes back and he kind of looks at me weird, and I just ask him, so are we doing this or what's going on? And he gives me this look of just confusion and surprise. So I'm going, okay, so what's the plan here? He goes, you know what, I'm gonna call the boss. Go and take a look. When someone tells you to go take a look and their face has like surprise on it, you know it's gonna be good. And it's gonna make you question so many things. Lo and behold, it did make me question everything, really. So they were complaining that the freezer was not working, but the light was on, because you have a little light on the bottom of your freezer. Which normally, oh balls. Oh, can I? Nope. You jerks. Before you could Hearthstone and run, but no, they apparently fixed that. Or whatever. But, so lo and behold, I'm looking at this freezer and I realize this guy probably did the dumbest thing that I think one person could do. Well, it's up there. So he decided to, he had a very old outlet. One that you would really need an adapter for, or just literally change out the entire outlet because it was that old. And in like normal person thinking, I feel one would go, okay, I need to get a new outlet. I need to get an adapter. I need to do something to mend this. Yeah, that wasn't this guy's thought. Instead, he literally took the end of the cord, cut off the entire bit instead of cutting off like one of the prongs. He cut off the entire end of it, stripped back the wires, and just set the wires in the outlet. And I was going, well, yeah, that's not gonna work. That's like that. That's on you, buddy. That is not on us. And he was dumbfounded as to why it wasn't working. He was saying, well, the light was on. Bruh, a potato could power that light. That doesn't mean anything. You still have power in the outlet. Yeah, it's going to power the light. But you can't know that. Why would you not just get an adapter? But, yeah. So like I say, I'm really not surprised by anything anymore. I did deliveries for so long, saw a lot of stupid stuff. And it just, you just kind of accept it at some point where you go, okay, this is the level we're at. Gotcha. And yeah. We still gave him the freezer for free, though. We still exchanged it for him, which I genuinely don't understand why. That really made no sense to me. That was really one of the times where it should have been, well, no, you did it. We didn't damage it. You did. So, yeah. Instead, we ended up giving him a second freezer, but on the condition that he agreed this was the last time we were going to do that, and we won't be replacing it again. Even though, I mean, I don't think he'd be stupid enough to do it a second time, but I wish I could say, you know, I have faith that he wouldn't, but I can't say that for sure. Alright, where the balls are we going? Red Ridge. In the demo instead of grinding, this will mean slower leveling, but prefer to grind. But yeah, although I'm pretty sure many places have enough people like that, but unless you're in customer service, you probably don't experience it enough. Yeah. My girlfriend was once an exchange student in Florida, and she was there in high school, and she told me that high school in US is just child's play, considering it's a bit more tricky to study in English. Someone's primary language is not English. I mean, it depends on the classes you take in high school, but for the most part, for me, obviously looking back, having the hindsight that I do, very much it was the easiest time in my life, but it could have been the classes she took, it could have been she just kind of had an easy time, it could have been, yeah. As far as if that's the case everywhere, varies person to person. Said it was stupid easy compared to what we have here. Possible. She could just be super smart, which is very likely. So it really wouldn't shock me too much. Some people just have it, have that ease. Or she could have just taken some easier classes than what was actually offered as far as tougher. Because I don't know what you guys have over there, but here we have like honors class, advanced placement, stuff like that. I never did any of those because I was too stupid. But I know I had a couple friends who did honors. Did I do one honors class? I don't know. It's been a while. But yeah, wouldn't shock me. I mean, I would have to know what like classes she took or anything like that, or like I say, she could just be pretty naturally smart gal. Because like my little sister, she was wicked book smart. A lot of the school stuff came pretty easy to her. I was not. And it usually was a little harder for me, but although I could BS English really well, I can write you a BS story in 10 minutes pretty safely. Won't be good, but I could do it. I don't know about the specifics, only the difference was huge in difficulty. Yeah, I mean, like I say, it can vary. Whether it's she took easier classes without really thinking about it, maybe it's just a subject that she found really easy, maybe she just kind of naturally picks up on stuff, you know. I feel like there's a lot of factors. But on the other hand, some people just have an easier time in general. So, because for me, math always sucked at math. I could never grasp math, even though no, I just could never grasp math. English I was okay with. I suck at grammar. It's not a question. I just suck at grammar. Yeah. I was just never that great of a student. Well, not that smart. I did fine as far as grades go, but I had a hard time retaining stuff. Similar to doing the lore videos. I can do the videos, but retaining all the information, yeah, not gonna happen. My brain does not retain as much as I would like it to. Which, you know, it'd be nice if it did. We have way too difficult studying in high school. And upwards, it's just insane level. I think it's like over the top too much considering what you need in reality. I'd be curious the difference. Like, what makes it so much harder for Europe than it would us?
Need help?
Stormwind. Wouldn't you? Oh no, you want to go through Elwyn
Careful.
to go to Lakeshire. That's why. That's right. You have a shortcut at the end of Elwyn. That's what it was. Ooh. Ugh. Get a couple cinematic shots, shall we? There we go. That's the good stuff. So pretty. It's like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'd be curious about the difference between yours and our high school. I think it'd be interesting to see. I mean, like I say, we have advanced classes you can take, or though some will. I don't think they like put you in there without you wanting to go in there, but they have advanced and AP, or honors and AP, which is advanced placement. So, as far as yeah, couldn't tell you the difference though. Gotta love the cinematic shots here. It's great. So pretty. Don't go towards the light, but it's so beautiful. Ah! Freaking Bug's Life. Gotta love it. Creepy. Mm. Boom, 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 boom. Is there generally a possibility to study for free in university in US? From what I've heard, it's expensive. Not for free per se. You can get scholarships to where if you get enough scholarships, it could technically be free for you, but it's still getting paid for by outward sources from your scholarships, which is, you know, X amount of thousands of dollars to pay stuff. You apply for different scholarships. You have to go through a whole process. If you get approved, you can get a lot or a little money, but all of it goes towards the studying, goes towards the university or community college, whichever. And yeah, but as far as just going to college, university, whatever, straight up scot-free, no worrying about paying at all, not to my knowledge. I went to about a quarter of community college, and yeah, realized it wasn't really for me. There we go. Because here it's baseline free from start to finish, except of course some books you need to buy them yourself, but it's not bad. Oh yeah, no, here it's definitely, you have to pay for your books, And like I say, if you don't have, yeah, one way or another, you're paying. But like I say, if you can get enough scholarships, you can pay that way. But that's, yeah. So the simple answer is no. Not to my knowledge, unless there's something I don't know about to where you can go to school for free, but there's like ways you can get reduced price, I think, depending on your living circumstances, or there's some colleges that I believe have if an employee of theirs has kids that are wanting to go to college and they go there, they can go for free then. As far as how often that is, or if that's like a common occurrence here, I have no clue. But no, college university is absurdly expensive. That's why there's a scheisse ton of student debt. But that's also one reason why I personally didn't go to college. Because, well, shockingly enough, I didn't know what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to waste money just going to college for craps and giggles. Didn't really seem worth it to me. As far as if that was the smart option, well, yeah, it definitely was. Really sucks, because if it means you don't have money, then you can forget studying in that way, or then you'll end up having a shit ton of debt. Yep. That is kind of what a lot of people just accept. They take out student loans, but then obviously you have to pay back the loans at some point. I think it starts immediately after you graduate is when you have to start paying them back. And that debt can be absurd. Like, very absurd. And so, yeah. It's not really something you want to do unless you have to, or say you want to go to school for lawyer, doctor, whatever. You'll see a lot of students very vigorously apply for scholarships to hopefully mitigate the expense. But from what I'm hearing, a lot of young people, God, you think I'm like 50. The younger generation, a lot of them seem to be going, I want to be a YouTuber. Or something along those lines. Which, it's good to try it to see if it works out for you, but have a backup plan. Like, there's nothing wrong with wanting to do YouTube or some sort of content creation, but don't make that your entire identity, and make sure you have a backup plan for something else. Oh, the amount of walking in Classic. Truly, truly the most fun one can have with their pants on. Nice thing is that, well, you, running through the forest, I don't have to worry about dying by one hit from something. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I currently have on auto run, and I'm just kind of hitting the arrow keys, or A and D, to adjust. But yeah, not a whole lot of reason not a whole lot of reason to, you know, try too hard here. We're not going for any sort of try hardness. Hoping tonight I can finish the video on Yulon, and then couldn't live without dynamic flying anymore. It's just so fast and convenient. Oh, I agree. It's definitely a big plus. Like I said, the main reason why I'm leveling a character on Classic is so I can get those. I may not need it too often, but I'd like to have it just in case. The ability to go back and get some shots of the old world before it got changed by the Cataclysm. So it's not like a die-hard must-have, gotta get to 60 right now. But I definitely want to have it just in case. But again, not the end of the world if I don't get footage from the old world. Oh, so many memories of running from A to B in Classic. Back in vanilla times. It's one reason why I like to have Night Elf. When you died in Wisp form, you move 50% faster. And there was a number of times where, yeah, I was in Wisp form. Wow, I cannot say that. Quite a bit.
Can I help you?
Save cloth in your bank as you level. Once you're close to it, you will need 240 of each type of cloth. Killing enemies, that will give you about 40,000 quick and easy XP to help. 60 faster in the longer. Okay. Interesting. Those areas are unfamiliar to me since I never played Alliance. I know a bit, but not much.
See you around.
Makes sense. I did a pretty good mix of both, so I'm pretty familiar with most zones, but I may not be familiar with the quests themselves. Marshal Maris.
What can I do for you?
Foreman Oslo.
How are you?
This guy.
Hey there.
Okay.
Be careful.
Magistrate Solomon. Hello, friends.
Need help?
Dockmaster. Thank you very much. Old World needs a rework desperately. Still stuck in Cataclysm. You talking just like updates in general, or going back to how it was before Cataclysm? As far as I know, they're looking at doing updates for Silver Moon and Orgrimmar, I believe. Walks around the area. Oh, there you are. Hey, Darcy.
Hey there.
Upstairs.
What can I do for you?
Update the world. Oh.
Form your mind.
Well, I'm guessing they're trying to do... I'm guessing they'll slowly update parts of the world. Like they're going through, and from what I understand, they're updating Silvermoon and Orgrimmar. So it wouldn't shock me if next on their docket is to upload more of the overworld. Is there not an innkeeper? Oh, right here. There you are.
See you later.
I know I would definitely love to see the world updated to some extent. Chef Brianna.
Hey there.
Howdy ho there, neighbor Reno. There we go. Got an actual plate upgrade. Sweet. Or mail. Orc heritage seemed to point in the direction of Durotar becoming a jungle. I never got becoming a jungle from the heritage quest. False. That's what I get for auto running. What made you think it would be pointing in the direction of going to becoming a jungle? I don't really remember anything really pointing in that direction unless... I mean, it's been a while since I've actually done the quest, so... I could just be forgetting something obvious. Alright, I know there's one, like, over here? No? Oh, where are you, glinting mud? Come to me. Come to me if you want to live. Remember the spirit of the land where it lay to rest and started growing a jungle like plant life. Off the top of my head, I don't. I'd probably have to go back and like re-watch the quest line. It's like a brown pile. God, it's been forever since I've done this quest. I remember sometimes it spawned like right under the dock. Am I just blind? I mean, it is very likely. That looks like a brown glinting spot, but it's not glinting. Oh, never mind. Those are shadows. Close of Maghar orcs, botany, Botany escaped to wilderness of Durotar. And there are some sort of jungle creatures. Yeah, I'd have to rewatch it. Over here. There it is. I mean, it'd be cool if they have something. I mean, the Barrens has always been, or Durotar has always been the, you know, desolate wasteland kind of deal. So it'd be interesting if they found some way to bring greenery into it that didn't seem overly forced or something. Because doesn't Durotar have like a small oasis or something like that? I remember questing there and the centaurs, you go there and you kill them for some reason. Or was that the Barrens? It might have been the Barrens. We even met that one botany dude in the War Within with Moira. One botany dude. See, my memory sucks. I have no memory of that. The mere little... I mean, it also could have just been a simple... They wanted to throw it in there, but had no intention of carrying it anywhere. Are the botany people, beings, able to, like, create forests? Is that a thing? So I don't know if that's a thing they do or not. We're in Ringing Deeps. Been so long since I've actually played through the story of War Within. My brain is just not functioning. Okay. Yeah, I remember they were, I mean, somehow related to the Evergrowth, or, of course I forgot the name of it, but yeah. Oh shoot. Let's see if we can escape with our lives. Oh shoot. Oh bollocks. I mean, it's possible they'll in the future have them make some sort of forest or bring more trees into the Barrens. Or Durotar. Or they just ran off through to another zone, possibly. Like they ran off into Ashenvale. So, there's also a chance they were never staying in Durotar. That's also a possibility, I think. The fact I didn't die there is pretty surprising. No. I don't know if we need that or not. Don't need that. I think the Murloc scale I need for some reason at some point. Which is not helpful. Yeah, we can get rid of this. We can craft this. Could be, it's just as far as I know, when Maghar orcs came to Azeroth, botany escaped Durotar Wilderness, but somehow at least one botany ended up in Ringing Deeps. Okay. Yeah, I mean, my best guess is if they never did anything with Durotar, it could easily be explained that they ran off to Ashenvale to be in the forest with, you know, closer to the green, basically. That would be my basic headcanon for it. Ugh. Nope. Let's not drown when we're like an inch underwater. That'd be bad. But if kept unchecked, they can be super dangerous. Well, if that's the case, then that just adds another story that Blizz can play with. So I'm seeing a win-win here. We may have to go and kill some botany in the future. Botany, I think is actually the name. My head hurts. I don't care enough right now to get correct pronunciations. Definitely seems like a possible future story, though. Oh, son of a... Really? You jerks. Nope. Bubble. Bubble used to last for like 8 seconds. I'm 7 health. Holy Toledo, Batman. Oh, damn it. Where the hell did those two come from? Very confused where the hell those two came from. They're just patrols. I think they're just patrols from over there. This is probably the biggest annoyance when it comes to Classic, is no matter what, you're super squishy, unless you have like really good gear. Because Botania, or their original form, started to consume everything on Draenor, but Titan intervention stopped with putting Colossus to stop them. Actually funny, the orcs are indirectly also in Titan creation, basically. I do recall that. I think it wasn't Amanthul. Norganon was magic. Was it Golganath? It might have been Golganath who put the Titans down, or the Colossuses down, or the Colossals down to actually clear the botany with Tanny. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Yes, redoubt, please. Or, you know, don't. Yeah, I know it was one of them. So I don't think the keepers were around until Azeroth. Jasa. Oh, I hated this quest. I do remember that. It always felt like no matter what you did, it was just, this quest was always a pain in the butt. Okay, turn Colossus slowly into flesh, and now we have orcs. Okay. Turn Colossals. It's been so long since I've looked up that lore that my brain is not recalling specifics. Oop. Here. Bollocks. Oh. Oh, holy crap. I think I blew my foot off. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, my memory has never been great, but with pretty much anything, I can remember. Sometimes I remember more specifics, but for the most part, I remember broad strokes. let's try underwater. So I remember that that little area over there gets to be a little crowded. And down we go. Jeez. Come on. Oh, hello. Sweet. Give me that shoulder armor. Gimme, gimme, gimme. There we go. Not gonna change a whole lot, but more armor is more armor. Down here? Yeah. That's one more spot freed up. That's a plus. All right. Oh yeah. Even that one dungeon from WoW, the end boss almost invaded Stormwind through that portal. Not stopped, but it caused dire consequences. Oh yeah, I remember that one. I was curious they were going to take that somewhere. But for all we know, they're setting something up for the future. Kind of seems like if they go through with more of the group expansions, trilogy-esque for more of the future stuff, that they have a better chance to tell a more cohesive story compared to how they were doing it before. We have Firethorn, okay. Is that the Botany boss alone? Seemingly can cause a lot of harm. Or if you're able to mine those plants, slays, and consuming everything. Was the boss doing that, or was it other, like, minions of his doing that? Oh, son of a... Oh, shoot. Yeah, we're running. Nope. I'm not about to mess around and find out. Not today. Not today, Satan. Not today. Jesus, man. Because I remember a lot of the mobs or some other mobs would do that, and you have to fight, you know, brainwashed orcs and stuff like and whatnot, but I don't remember exactly who was doing it. I really don't think about a lot of that stuff.
What can I do for you?
Is I don't know if that's too surprising or not, but is there anything I can really actively sell? I can get rid of that. That. I get rid of that. Get rid of that. Do 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 do. Get rid of wool for now.
Farewell.
Comparable to liches who can cause a lot of damage. Interesting. I'll have to look them up. Because I remember them, but I don't remember like a lot of what they can do. It seems like they might be setting up for possible future things if that's what happened, since they obviously remembered them well enough to do it. But I think it's gonna do it for me tonight. My head's starting to hurt, so I'm gonna take some meds and lay down for a minute or so, and then hopefully finish up the Yulon video tonight, and then the Niazao video comes out on Friday. Then we're on to Juen, and after that I'll be working on the Alexandros video, and I may do an Arthas video faster than I thought I was going to do, because I don't know, seems like something people may like to get talked about. So that's kind of my thinking at the moment. But bottles are dusty, but the liquor goes down clean. But yeah, I may stream again later. Not sure. Depends on how my head feels. But thank you all for hanging out. Want to do something just simple, chill. And yeah. But thanks again. Elise, Orc, Mara popped in. Sick. Meta. Yeah. So yeah, that's gonna do it for me, and hopefully y'all take care of yourselves. Hopefully you have a good day or night. And I'm gonna go take some Advil or Tylenol or something, and I don't know. But yeah, alright. Thanks again, and take care of yourselves. See you in the next one.